Good evening. This is Susie with Healthy Expressions and Hope. Okay, so we are talking tonight about lifestyle plans. That doesn't mean what some people might think it means. I'm just meaning like what kind of nutritional lifestyle do you have, and what nutritional lifestyle do you plan on having? So, what? Let me just ask you this quick question. What is wrong with this sentence? I'm going on a diet so I can lose 20 pounds. Okay, so to me, when you say I'm going on a diet to lose 20 pounds, of course, most people are going to be like, yay, great, awesome. But the word lose is, is a four-letter word, and the word diet is a four-letter word. Let me explain why. The word diet is a four-letter word because it means you're going to try to get rid of it, but diets don't always work. So when you say I'm going to diet, it's always already like a negative connotation to it. And when you hear the word lose, it sounds like, okay, I lost my keys or I lost this, particular item, and then you go look for it and you get it back. So when you say I've lost something, generally it means I need to look for it. Have that kind of connotation. I cannot speak. So, just having two negatives in a word or a sentence like that, even though it means something positive, it can doom you from the start in a sense. So, what's another way of phrasing that? Well, instead of saying I'm going to lose weight, you can say I'm going to release weight. It has a more positive connotation to it, and it basically means that you don't plan on finding it again. That once it's gone, never to return again. And instead of saying dieting, you can say I'm going to change my lifestyle. I'm going to go from eating bad to eating on a good meal plan, or some people refer to it as a soul food plan, which just means that it's seasonal, organic, unprocessed, and local, which is more important because it's in your area. It's going to be better for you because it's a local fruit or vegetable rather than something that's come from out of state or out of country even. Okay, so by lifestyle plans, everybody knows that there are certain lifestyle meal plans that people go by. So you have vegans, which do not eat any animal byproducts, whether it's meat, eggs, milk, butter, cheese, anything that's came from or from an animal. Then you have vegetarian, which means it's all food, or all the food is plant-based. So that means like beans, rice, oats, fruits and vegetables, anything that has come from the ground. So then most people these days are doing dairy-free lifestyles. And mostly it's probably because they're got a milk allergy or lactose intolerant. So they cut dairy completely out of their diets, meaning no milk, no butter, no cheese, no yogurt. There's probably a few more things, I just can't think of them. And same way with gluten-free. People that have celiac disease have to have a gluten-free diet. That means no bread, no pastas, no rice, except for brown rice. Brown rice does not have gluten, but all the other grains and breads, pastas, that kind of stuff is going to have gluten in it. So, and they do it because it's an allergy, just like it is milk allergy or lactose intolerance. Okay, so there's two other types of lifestyle that's very popular right now. You have the paleo, which is nicknamed the caveman diet, and basically you have no dairy, no grains, no salt, no sugar, no processed foods. So this would be something that's very positive for somebody that has celiacs or lactose intolerant. Most people, I've heard of several people and know several people that have done this diet, or excuse me, lifestyle. And whenever they are following it to a T, just like they should, they've lost several pounds and several inches. A friend of our family's has done it, and he lost probably 20, 30 pounds, several inches, and felt great. The other one is a ketogenic lifestyle, which that just means that it takes your fuel from burning slowly on glucose or sugar to burning fats, specifically your stored body fat. But it needs a higher amount of healthy fats in order to do that, because it's got to do the switch. It's got to recognize that you're not eating sugar, you're not eating a lot of simple carbs, so that it in turn turns into sugar, and that you're eating more or the majority of healthy fats. So what it is, it's kind of tricky to explain. So you have no sugar, because that's going to feed the glucose in your body, and it's not going to allow you to go into what they call ketosis, which is where it makes that switch to burn the fat, the body fat, or the healthy fats. So low carbs, and you want to do away with all of the simple carbs, because like I said, turns into sugar. The complex carbs burn slower, so it's not going to be turned into glucose as fast. And you do have to have some carbs. Some people can get away with eating very low carbs. Some people need a little higher, or even can stand having a little higher carbs. But you don't want to eat more than 25 to 30 grams of carbs a day. So then you have moderate protein, which is going to be somewhere in the middle. That's going to be the bigger majority, halfway in between what your carb level is and your high fats. So that's just lean grass-fed beef, chicken, the no steroids, no antibiotics, the very healthiest form of meat that you can find. Then the high fats. Well, some of you are going to really love this, because I know a lot of people who love some of the healthy fats, and they don't think that they can eat a lot of it because they're trying to watch the carbs, or trying to do this, or trying to do that. Okay, so organic foods is the first key to it. Whether it's organic berries, which fruit, it has a really high carbs, really high sugar, so that's pretty much out. Strawberries and blueberries are allowed. Blackberries, raspberries, those kinds are allowed because it's very low carbs. So top of grass-fed beef. So you've got organic foods. The vegetables, berries should be organic. Nitrate-free bacon, whether it's turkey bacon or regular bacon, it doesn't matter. Grass-fed, no steroids or antibiotics for your meats. So then, one thing with the paleo and the ketogenic, vegetables have a good amount of carbs in it, so you can easily meet the amount of carbs that you need for either one, without having the breads, the grains, that kind of thing, because the vegetables, whether it's sweet potatoes or cucumber, zucchini, squash, any and all of them, they have some amount of carbs, but it's the good carbs. It's the carbs that we need, the more complex carbs that we need, and that has the fiber, which with any lifestyle change, you're going to have, you're going to slow down a little bit, because in a certain digestion area, because you're typically cutting out foods that are high in fiber. So you really need to make sure that you're eating vegetables that are high fiber content, so that you're getting the right amount of fiber. You need to make sure you're drinking at least half of your body weight in water, if not up to 75% of your body weight in water, just because if you're not drinking enough water, the fiber that you are ingesting isn't going to be able to do its job, and get the pipes cleared out, if you know what I mean. So that's what I have for lifestyle plans. Whenever whenever we change eating habits, it always kind of throws a kink into things. So whenever I just want you to remember plenty of water, plenty of fiber. Make sure that you're not getting sugar, especially refined sugars. Those are really, really bad. And just be easy on yourself. It takes time to adjust. Nobody's going to be perfect the first rattle out of the cage. You don't have to be obsessive about the type of plan that you're switching to. So if you really love this information, please share. Please comment below. Check out my blog when it's posted later, and I will talk to y'all soon. Good night.